Hello everybody, and welcome to a new fan game-ish thing I'll be playing. This is called, well, I may keep calling it Hellion, but I'm pretty damn sure it's supposed to be Hellion. I'm just used to it being with just one L for some reason when you say Hellion, but it's probably the proper thing and I'm whatever. So if you hear me say Hellion, I do mean Hellion. I'm almost positive it's Hellion. Maybe. But in any case, this is a sort of fan game-ish of Dragon Quest, but a little bit more than that. See, Hellion has a lot of Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior of the NES days, sprites, images. It has like almost all of that. Battle system is a little bit more comparable to Final Fantasy-ish, but it does have some Dragon Quest as well, and it also has D&D elements out of battle. I'll show you what I mean by starting a new game, and let's see where it goes. So, please select a class. We have several different classes we could choose. The easiest one will be the Rogue. Master of Thievery, Agility, and Ability. The Rogue can steal items, gold in battle, sing enchanted songs, and use advanced tools. And if you look below, you could see all the stats and such, like, not a lot of MP, but apparently has good defensive growth. That's interesting. Medium gear and dagger is the best preferred weapon, but can also use a couple others. So, and it also, the ability points, that's your out of battle skills. And it gains the most out of everybody here. You could use them for that. We're not going to say that. Use him yet, though. Next up, we have the Kensai, basically a warrior, which is why Ragnar's taking over. The Kensai is an expert fighter, skilled swordsman, master of physical techniques. So yeah, he's going to be your wall. He's going to have a lot of the basic attacks, but mostly not going to have too many unique skills, though they do have some decent ones. Yeah, we're not going to choose you yet, but as you can see, the ability points level is only 2. Believe me, that will come. This may mean nothing to you right now, but it matters later. Next up, we have the Animagus. This is an interesting one. Master of the Wild. The Animagus is a fierce fighter that can shapeshift into beasts and summon creatures. Yeah, it actually has got some of the best summons in the game. Full stop. You might not even need any artificial party members, which I'll get into. But it's pretty good. It's like your secondary attacker in a way, but it has some buffs and it has some summons. But we're not going to go with you. You can also transform, but I'll be honest, it's not very good, but we're not going to get into that right now unless I actually play with him, so. The Cleric, Master of Healing, Recovery, Revival, and Anti-Undead Magics. It's an average one, but it's good if you pick really good party members to join you, because you don't get to pick these guys from your party members. You get, like, hybrids of these guys as allies, as if you were going to Dragon Warrior 3's Eatery or Luida's Bar. Once again, though, she only gets 3 ability points, though, each level up 2. Which is not as good as it could be. But she's a good healer. She's pretty sturdy. She just has a rough physical beginning. So if there's an enemy that can do a lot of damage but has low HP, usually if they're too fast, then they can get a jump on her. Next up, the Warlock, Master of the Undead, can cast a variety of curses and dark magic and has access to undead summons. Yes, and the summons they certainly do exist. They get a decent amount of out-of-battle ability points, so it can be kind of good. They're also a little bit fragile. However, they're pretty good for attacking in some ways, and also have some minor healing skills, funny enough. But we're not going to select you. Elementalist. The Elementalist is a powerful offensive spellcaster, has access to the elemental summons. The summons are some of the cooler parts of it, but it's generally your hit stuff with spells character. It also has access to some minor single-target healing, which is not bad, honestly. But yeah, it only gains 4 ability points, though, each level up, but it's something. And we're not going to select you. The last one, they call Mind Freak. I just call Psionic. I prefer Psionic, honestly. But they are the master of Psych and mind-affecting spells and abilities. They're the one that have mostly buffs and debuffs, some buffs and debuffs that can help party ones. They have the almighty slow spell, which is so damn amazing, honestly. And they They are kind of a weird type of mage. They're semi-physical. They're sort of like a slightly lesser cleric. But yeah, we're not going to choose you. So for the start, I don't know if I'm going to be doing multiple playthroughs here, but we're going to go with the rogue because it's a good beginning to show you what you can do with them. They may not be the best in battle, but they are very good out of battle because they can get you so many items. So, we're going to start with this. Let's start with the rogue. And then, to get to our skills tab, navigate the cursor to the desired skill. Press enter to view description, and if you have sufficient skill points, you have the option to acquire the skill. Something to mention here is that this game is old, a little old. It was made like before 2010, I think, and last update was like maybe 2014. I don't know, but in any case, they have some basic skills here. You can steal items. That is extremely useful as long as you have the party that can take care of things offensively. And steal gold will every time you use steal, then you'll also steal gold. And mug will do basically physical attacks and steal. It gets a little confusing with Mug, but it's not a bad skill thing to have. Next up, there's Poison Dagger. I did not find this useful at all because if it has a high chance to miss in my experience. Backstab, it's same thing. It's basically using like the beat spell. It either hits and it kills or it doesn't. I don't really care for it. And Assassinate, high chance for instant kill with Dagger. Again, I don't know if that's a passive or if that's active skill, but I'm pretty sure it's an active skill, and I don't really care for it. So, again, I don't recommend it. Next up, item specialization. This gets useful later. Not in the immediate future, but later. Because you get usable items in battle to attack with. And we're not going to acquire it now, but this lets you use advanced ones, but that part doesn't matter. It's the master tools that are amazing, because there's a master tool that lets the thief basically do free damage, and it does like 2,000 damage. It's ridiculous, as long as they don't resist the element anyway. We got Flee, guaranteed escape from battle. I've honestly never ran from battle, so it's not that useful to me. Hide, a chance to hide during battle, avoiding damage. That can be somewhat useful if you're by yourself, I guess, but I don't know how useful. I never really used it. Thief, additional 1 point to the thief abilities. I'm not sure what that means. I think that means out of battle. Additional 3 points to thief abilities. Oh, I think it's all the out of battle skills that you get that's for. But alright. What other things we have? Disarm specialization, 3 points to disarm traps. That's useful. That's one of the out of battle skills that you can get. And you will want to do that so that you don't get traps blowing up in you, because this is a bit of a grindy dungeon type of game. Disarm mastery, additional 5 points to disarm, and also detection. Detection's pretty useful as well. Speed, just gives you agility. It's always useful. Same with that. And master speed, same with that, 15 agility. You can also apply skills directly, your skill points to stats, but as you can see, like agility would 5 of skill points equals 1 agility. And, you know, why do that when you can get a 1-for-1 deal over here? Other things, though, rogues kind of have a little bit of a bard flair here. So they have Lullaby, chance to put all enemies to sleep, make all enemies weak, Silence, and Befuddle. I don't really like Befuddle, but the other 3 are actually pretty useful. Remedy, cure all bad statuses for the party. Again, very good if your team gets fucked up a bit. Berserk is not that good. It can be for if you're grinding, but that's about it. Heroic Ballad induces heroism in the party. That is one of the most useful skills. Heroism basically just doubles all your stats, yes, as it says. And Mana Melody, that could be useful. I might get this one. And when I say I might, you do get enough skills to max out everything, but there are some cases where you're better off not bothering at all with any of these. Anyway, I'm going to start with Steel. Steel is probably your best starting tool. Steel Gold we can't do right now. Poison Dagger, no, it's lame. Item Specialization I will get later. Flee might be good in the beginning, but Thief, additional point. Yeah, this one's actually pretty good. So let's use that one now. We'll just Steal, and otherwise that'll be everything we do here. And now for the Abilities tab. here you go. This is what it is. We always start with 7, and some people start with mastery of certain skills. So that's why anything with 1, where the cost is 1, that's where the thief already that's the easiest thing for it to master. It can't bash, and it doesn't have good stamina, but everything else, which is all the important stuff, honestly, is good. Now, to go over what these all do, lockpick is what you think it does. It helps you unlock doors or chests, locked chests. Simple and easy to figure out. Disarm traps, that does what it says. Any trapped or booby-trapped things, it helps you get rid of those and all. For hide I don't find as useful, but everyone can hide. But if you have very good proficiency in hide, you're able to get surprise rounds on enemies, as well as I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all it does, is just help you get surprise attacks on enemies. I think it's supposed to make it harder for you to get detected, but that really doesn't work in here, so it's not that useful to me. Pickpocket. This is going to be one of the bread and butter skills for our thief. You can steal from wild encounters, but you can also steal from townspeople, and some of the townspeople have some really rare ingredients. However, if you get caught, you get thrown in jail and lose half your money. It's not great, but you get taken out either way. I'll probably be putting it to there. Bash is kind of like a substitute for lockpicking and disarming traps in a way. If you have a high enough bash skill, you can sometimes disarm traps by bashing it. It's not going to work as easily as disarm traps does, though. You're better off not bothering. And you can bash doors without having a key or needing to decipher them if they're special like that. And you also can use bash the higher you bash is, the less that you're going to take damage when you actually have to bash something in. There are some walls that you only can bash in, and that's the only time where it's actually somewhat useful. Decipher helps in a couple ways. There's the magic key doors is what they were in Dragon Warrior. Decipher is what helps you there. Decipher will get you through the magic key doors, but it also helps you read certain messages to you, as well as help you unlock scrolls. Eventually, I probably will put into this, but I'm not really too worried. Persuade gives you mostly good deals, but also helps you recruit some certain, I'm going to call them they're allies, but there's something, hirelings, that's it. They help you recruit certain hirelings or get better deals on them. There's a lot of utility for that, and I'll probably be putting into it for this one. Detection helps you find traps so you can disarm them. But it also helps you find some rare items here and there too. It's worth using. And forage. Forage is very important. If you want to get items from enemies, when they always drop something, but if you want to actually get anything from it, you have to have a decent amount of forage in it. So you definitely want to put it into forage. So I'm going to put a little bit into forage. You only can put so much in based on your level and where it starts. And since I put into that ability when we were on the skill tree section, to put into thief skills, that's why we got a little bit higher in some of these than normal. I think normally it's only like all ones or something. But I'm also going to put into persuade. And then pickpocket. Yeah, you're capped out. I think we can only put 2 into each of these. As for anything else, Decipher will be somewhat useful, but it's not extremely useful. We can always put into that later. We're going to eventually have so many skill points that we don't really need them as much. I guess disarm traps will be a pretty good idea. Yeah, we'll get them to 5, and then we'll probably put into Decipher. And then we begin our story. Also, there is a fast forward button, but it won't mess with the music. You have come at last. Are you here to save us? Here, I'm going to fast forward a little. Are you the one? Are we?
That is enough, Rhea. Leave the man alone.
Alright, random lady. Sorry, I'm going to use fast forward here and there just to hurry up some parts, because this game can be dragging every now and then.
I apologize for my granddaughter. She hasn't been the same since her mother has died. But where are my manners?
I think we are expecting you.
You must be the emissary from the king, are you not?
Are we? I'm going to say no.
Oh, I am surprised. The way you bear yourself is telling. You have the look of a warrior. What is your name, mysterious wanderer?
And now we get to choose our name. Since the sprite is from Dragon Warrior 4's Pissarro, I'm going to name him Pissarro. Actually, it'd be just Sorrow if we're doing the NES translation, but nah, we're going to go modern.
Welcome to Saladar, Pissarro. May fortune find you here. My name is Horatio, and I'm the Elder of Saladar. Please, let us go to my home.
And we get warped.
What is now known as the Pit was once an ancient labyrinth below the temple. It has since become befouled. Tell me, are you here about the Pit?
I don't know, are we? I'm going to say no.
Lies do not become of you, Pissarro. Many heroes attempted to cleanse the evil of the Pit, my son among them, but none have succeeded. In fact, none have returned. I do not doubt your resolve, but be warned, to enter the Pit is to embrace death. Cleanse the Pit, Pissarro, and you shall have my gratitude and more.
Would you like me to record your progress? Yes, and I'm going to save over that because that's a blank space. All my main saves and I did testings and all that are way up there, so I'm going at the bottom for this.
Fare thee well, Pissarro.
Alright, so here's our main town hub. This game does not have many towns or anything. It just has this one town, and we have to enter a pit, and as we make progress, we come back, we get some more info, and we might get some other dialogue, and that's mostly it. Sort of like Hammerwatch, I think it was, the game I used to play. But anyway, so this is our walking speed. It kind of sucks, right? Well, we could also run, but we have a stamina bar. It also helps you avoid monsters because they are active in the field. They're not random encounters, at least in most cases. But as you run out, you can't use it again until you, well, recover. But you can interrupt it, so I can do this, and then suddenly I'm not running, and then... So, you can do that. Also, there's hiding. Hiding will let you get to jump on enemies, but you also lets you try to pickpocket townsfolk, as well as, what do you call it, help you just get the jump on things, or just avoid battle. Anyway, hit an item! Hooray! But we can go ahead and give a talk around town here. Also, as mentioned, there is a speed up button, so I could rush things at least. But why don't we start for here? This is Horatio, the town elder. Yeah, he's just repeating himself. Okay, that's where fast forward is very useful. Anyway, over here we can find a small medal. There's some hidden items that go a lot, or like right behind statues. So anyway, why don't we check out downstairs first? Here's the jail.
Yeah, I'm the warden around these parts. Yep. Don't you get in trouble, you hear?
Yep, if you get caught stealing, you'll get thrown in there.
If you pickpocket and get caught, you end up in here. I didn't have enough gold to bribe the warden.
Yeah, it steals half your gold no matter what. Even if you have like 0 or 1 gold, it'll let you out, don't worry. Anyway, this is a locked door. Can we lockpick it? We cannot. We could bash it, but it's going to hurt us. So let's not bother with it right now. Alright, over here. Well, we want to search the place, so rifle through the bookshelves. And there we get a book. Books hold scrolls and lets you go ahead and get yourself some new items and whatnot. New types of skills you could use in battle, but they're like consumable skills. And in here we get a small medal. Nice. Anyway, here's Rhea again.
I saw you when you entered the village, but I felt you long before that.
Creep.
Your arrival was known to me, and I knew that you'd be entering the pit. As you may have overheard, I am Rhea. I am the elder's granddaughter, and the only family he has left. I met you as you entered the village. Perhaps you can recover something from me. My father is dead. He went mad after my mother died of her illness. He threw himself into the pit in a fit of blind rage and hopelessness. It was the saddest day of my life. He never returned. He wore a ring, a signet, bearing the family crest on his right hand. Please, stranger, please, if you enter the pit, can you find the remains of my father and return me the signet?
This is our first quest, and we're going to say yes.
Thank you, stranger. Perhaps once you have earned my trust, I can confide more to you. Until then, please do not push me. Have you found the signet? No.
Okay. So, that was Rhea. Alright, so that was the town elder's place. We're going to go ahead and walk and talk around town.
For help on navigating the world, I suggest you visit the school just east of the pond. Elvis is an excellent scholar.
Yeah, there's a lot of the names might have references to some media. Albus being Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter.
Hey there, stranger. The name's Job, and I could be your best friend here in Saladar. If you need anything, just come to me and I can arrange it for you. But let's just keep this between you and me. You're back here. What can I do for you?
Secret arrangement, he can give you a random treasure chest, and it will give you a random item. Gossip gives you some random information. Decrease reputation. Reputation is equivalent to your alignment, and certain alignments give you certain benefits and whatnot. Though the only benefits I've found for certain things is that if you have a low alignment, you're going to have an easier time because you have access to the most broken item shop that sells stat seeds. Yeah, as well as really good potions and whatnot. But it also affects your ending. If you're evil, by the end of the game, you're going to have some evil actions here and there. If you're neutral, and so on. So, why don't we try gossiping? Oh, wait, before I do, and we can also purchase keys. This helps you unlock doors that you don't have the skill to unlock yourself. We won't need to do this for our thief, but you will need it for any other class. Why don't we gossip?
Just here for a chat, eh? Well then, all sorts of monsters have been invading the pit, so I hear. You aren't the first to venture into its depths, and I'm not just talking about that fool Rorik, neither.
If we had some persuasion, we could get some further information.
What do you mean? What? Oh, nothing. I didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah, we don't have high enough persuasion for that. Why don't we check out our alignment right now? The screen displays your current alignment. Yep, there you go. For this, I think I'm going to stay neutral. It seems like a better option. But other ones, depending on the class, you might want to go evil just to have the easier time because some classes are actually harder. Anyway, over here is the teaching place.
Welcome, Saladar hero. I am Albus, the scholar of Saladar. Should you require any help with the mysteries of the pit, please visit my school. If you need a scroll to be deciphered, I'll be happy to help, for I am quite knowledgeable at such things. For a fee, of course. Please walk around and speak to my students. They will help you on your quest.
So yes, this is your tutorial school, I guess you could say. And also, he will help you decipher some scrolls in case you can't do it yourself. Just similar to getting those keys for unlocking things. Once again, we shouldn't need that. Anyway, I'll give it a quick talk about these guys, but all of them are going to have the same voice.
There are many things you can do. To toggle run, press shift. To hide, press 0.
I'm using a controller, so this doesn't apply, but there you go.
Both run and hide require stamina. To search underfoot, press 9. To auto-open chests, press 4. To decipher scrolls, press 5. Take care, hero.
It just tells you a bunch of things that you don't... If you're playing on your keyboard, it'll help. We did pick up a bag, so you can open up a chest, and an armor has been added to your inventory. Oh, and we got a book, an unidentified scroll. Well, why don't we look at our character stuff here. We only start with the dagger and tunic. That is how it is for every character. We unlocked an armor. Ooh, light plate's actually very good. 30 extra defense, nice. The game's system for equipment has a kind of a loot box effect. You won't get regular plain items when you unlock a chest, usually. At least later on you won't. You'll get stuff like dagger of, it'll say something weird, like say sturdy dagger, and the dagger then will actually give you like a defense boost or something. Or sometimes it has attack boost, elements, all sorts of effects. I will show those off as needed, and we're going to see a lot of those, by the way, because thieves get a lot of items. It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, well, you may as well look over our character here while we're here anyway. So 51 health, 9 MP, and we already start with 400 experience out of 500, so we get a first level up pretty fast. Very good defense thanks to that light plate, but otherwise pretty average stats all around, so not bad. Our name is Pissarro, class Rogue, Wanderer, and we're in a normal state. Hooray, we start with 100 gold. There's a row system, by the way, in this. I can't move my row, apparently, here. That's interesting. And this is for active or waiting battle. I prefer wait. I don't like active battle because I like to take my time and figure out what I want to do. But it's an option if you want. If you're the type that likes to punish yourself for thinking things through, go for it. Saving settings. Settings lets you change things around a bit. You don't need to see this too much, though. But the input is how I am playing on my controller, so... But, anything else? Skill. We only know how to steal so far. Our items. This is all our items, but we started with some healing items, which is pretty good. We also have those small medals we found, which we'll turn in soon, and an unidentified scroll, which we can't really identify right now. everything else, I think we're set. So, why don't we talk to this guy?
Monsters are roaming the halls of the pit. When they touch you, they start a battle. Luckily, if you are hidden, they might not notice you.
Yeah, they say might, but they won't. You just have to worry about your stamina running out. The game didn't put that through or something. I'm not sure.
While hidden, you can attempt to pickpocket villagers or monsters. If you get caught pickpocketing a villager, you most likely will end up in jail.
Yeah, you could save scum it though. And also, these guys you can't pickpocket, sadly. But the Elder, for instance, you could try to do. However, right now our pickpocket's a little too low level. We're not going to do that right now.
Message options prefixed with P indicate that that option will be an attempt to persuade the character to do something they normally would not. Be careful, because if you persuade attempt fails, it may anger the character.
Yes, and it could also lower your alignment in certain situations too.
To access your menus, use the number keys. 1 skills, 2 abilities, alignment, and blah blah blah.
Okay. There's 2 sets of doors here. I'm not going to do this one, but right here, this guy just tells you some tiles hurt you, and that's what these tiles do. So don't bother.
This guy. What is now known as the pit was once just a simple set of ancient catacombs below the temple. Now evil things are happening.
That's super interesting.
There are 10 different abilities available to you. Lockpick increases your...
Oh, he's going to go over what I just did. Maybe it'll be a little bit more concise than how I said it.
It increases your success with picking locks on doors and chests.
Disarm traps increases the success of
disarming a detected trap without taking damage. Hide increases your chance of remaining undetected while hidden.
Not really, though. That one's bugged. It just makes you immune to being seen, except for very certain monsters and certain characters too.
Pickpocket increases your success of stealing items from monsters and people. Bash increases your success of bashing open locks and traps without taking damage or damaging the items with a locked chest.
Yeah, if you bash a locked chest, it'll be broken and you have to get it repaired and it costs more money than it's usually worth.
Decipher improves your ability to read scrolls and read runes scattered throughout the world. Persuade improves your ability to persuade people in conversation. Stamina increases the time that you can run or hide.
Never put into that, you don't really need to.
Detection increases your success of finding hidden traps in monsters.
Yeah, there are some monsters that you can only find through detection, though I think that's slightly bugged. I'm not positive on that. The monster part, anyway.
Forge increases your success of finding loot off of defeated monsters.
Yep, and there you go. Those are all the skills. And that's all the little dudes, too. Why don't we head in here now? And what do we have here?
Hey, who's there? Oh, it's you. I heard there was some new hero or whatever wanting to spelunk the pit. Pity that most of them die, eh? Cough. Oh, well, right. I'm sure you do just fine. You know, I was once a great adventurer in my day, the days of yore. I may be old and well past my prime, but I could still teach you a thing or two, I bet. Heh. The name's Higgins. Higgins Obsmeister.
I don't know if that's a reference to something. Probably.
Come chat with me if you want to learn something.
This guy is your person to give you more out-of-battle skills. Hold on 1 second. I've been talking for a while here. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I haven't taken a break yet in these, so I need a little bit of water. But anyway, yeah. You pay him and he'll give you some new skills. But he also teaches some things for free depending where you are in the game so far. So, if you do this, training.
What's that? Oh, trade. Good to hear. I was a great treasure hunter in my day. I could teach you a thing or two about my trade.
General ability is the one that you pay for. Weakest ability is something, and cross-class is much later. It goes with whatever your weakest ability is, and then cross-class is whatever you're not strong in. So for the for the thief here, or rogue, it would be bash and stamina that he would get for that. And treasure hunter is a little bit of everything. And it's for free, but you want to get this one in later levels.
Alright, let's see where you are. You're generally a good person. I pick at about level 1 incompetency. I have a good eye for such. I can train you for 1 point in disarming, traps, bashing, deciphering, detection, and stamina if you're interested. It's a one-time thing for me.
Yeah, the last 3 are always one-time things, because they're for free. And again, this one, we're going to go back to this later, because we don't really need it right now. So no.
Come back later if you change your mind.
And let's see, for general ability,
not for free.
Cost is 2,500. We do not have enough. If we have high enough persuasion, we can get cheaper though. Anyway, we have a locked door here. Right now, our lockpicking is bullcrap though, so we can't do anything. We could try bashing it. It'll hurt us though. We could do that. Oh, and also sinks are a weird thing in this game. Some sinks they let you drink from them, and stuff will happen depending which sinks they are. Some will give you special one-time permanent effects, though. Also, there is a DLC to this game, sort of, that I'm not going to show off in this playthrough, but I might in later, where there's a secret hidden alcove over there. And there's no combat, it just gives you items for going through mazes. It's totally not worth it. Anyway, why don't we look at some pots? Nothing here.
So, another foolish hero wishes to brave the horrors of the pit. How incredibly inspiring. I am Severus.
Yep, Severus Snape.
The preeminent and renowned potions master and herbologist of Saladar. When you need a potion, and you will, by the looks of you, come see me. I may see fit to sell you one of my masterpieces. You may go now.
Yeah. Also, you try to go this way?
Hey, I see you there, would-be hero. Get away from my pots.
Yeah, there's an item there, but your hide has to be much higher up for that. That's the only instance where having a higher level hide is actually useful. But this guy is your item shop.
It seems that my sign is missing.
Oh yeah, that's why we don't know it's an item shop.
By studying the tracks surrounding my shop, I have been able to determine that demons came in the night and stole the sign. The sign has certain preciousness to me. If you were to retrieve it, I would be grateful. What do you want from me?
You can try gossiping.
Gossip, what mindless blather. But if you insist, Arcana is a two-bit alchemist who thinks she's better than she is. She should step aside and let a real potions master work in this village unfettered.
That's another character we haven't met yet. Okay, thank you. We know. We could shop. And this is your basic healing items for the most part. It'll never get better, sadly, but one thing that is useful is the status web. It's basically just cures all statuses that are against you. But I think it also does your beneficial ones too, so it's a little bit of a draw if you buff yourself up. Oil potion, gas potion, and concussion bombs are some basic tools that everyone can use, but only the thief can use the more advanced stuff that you can only find when going through treasure. But okay, why don't we, let's see. Did I try gossiping with him? I did not. Why don't we go ahead and try oh yeah, you can also purchase scrolls from him.
Gossip is a detestable human trait. I will not engage in it.
And this guy, if you gossip, he goes on for a while.
Now you want old Master Higgins to regale you with an old treasure hunting tale, do ya? Yeah.
Cough, cough, cough. I'm not going to do all those sound effects.
Excuse me, this getting old is hard on the body.
I'm not going to remember the voices, by the way, so if they change, that's how it goes.
Well, seeing as how you are a bit of a hunter yourself, I'll tell you about the time that I met a man hell-bent on getting to a bottom of this ancient ruin. This is nigh on 20 years ago now. Wait, 25. And I was adventuring in the far-off land of Yamaskusk, looking for the legendary Silver Fleece.
By the way, none of this matters.
I came across this man, a bit of a crazed man, who's determined as all get out to make it to the bottom of some nearby ruins.
However, some of this part does matter. This man does.
This intrigued me. Ruins are a great place for treasure, after all, so I asked after him. Lemnos was his name, and he was searching for the, something or other of Zaldak. Now, after hearing that, I steered well clear of him, I did. You don't go hunting after artifacts of the Dark Lord now. That's just cockeyed.
So Zaldak is the Dark Lord, I guess.
I never did find out what happened to him. Oh, I rambled on for a bit here. How did you get back to your own adventuring now?
So, essentially, there's a guy that's obsessed with the pit, but apparently a lot of people are. Maybe I was drawn to it, or maybe Rhea was, or maybe, that guy, her father was. There's something going on with the pit. That's the whole thing with that. Anyway.
The pit is a very dangerous place. If I were you, I'd find some willing companions at the Dancing Ponies Inn.
And that's where we can get some party members. But some have some requisites to getting them in your party. But anyway, let's talk to this guy first.
Another upstairs wishing to conquer the depths of the pit, eh? So long as you spend good money on armored weapons, I don't really care. The name's Grissom, and I forge the equipment round of these parts. Talk to my wife Sarah if you want to buy something. Otherwise, leave me alone. Unless you happen to across some dragon ore. I can make something powerful out of that. Well, get out of the way. I have equipment to make. What do you want?
I want to discuss dragon ore.
Why bother? I doubt you're going to get much further into the pit anyways. If you're still around, say, after making it through 7 levels, come back and chat. Now, out of my way. I must strike while the iron is hot.
That's a quest for later. We could repair damaged items. We don't need to, but this is when you bash a locked chest and you try to get the item and you actually damage it. He's a guy that will help repair it. We could also try gossiping.
I don't gossip. Talk to one of the other flapjaws in this village.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just don't gossip. For instance, Her, though, she loves to gossip. Excuse me. But I'm not going to go through all her stuff. I'm just going to demo one thing. But she has something on every single villager. Maybe I'll save that for another time, because we're getting through a lot of talking right now. So
I am Grisham's wife, Sarah. I sell the weapons and armor he makes.
we're not going to buy anything from her ever, because we don't need to. You're better off getting dropped items, because they actually have boons on them. She only sells the basics of weapons and armors, though she does have some stuff that we don't have access to yet, like Battle Axe, Massive 2-handed. These are all the items that you can get in the game, but you'll get different elements of them depending what you find and all that. So, same with the armor, it's the same thing. You're not going to get anything spectacular there. But we can go upstairs. We can drink water from here, nothing happens. You don't want to drink from the water downstairs, by the way, because those have iron shavings in them because they're used for foraging and will poison you. We got a chest. Awesome. You're better off not actually opening those, though. But yeah, if you drink from these, you're going to get poisoned. Just trust me on that. You know what? Actually, I could demo it, because I could also demo how easy it is to save scum. Let's save. Drinks the water in the basin. The water's tainted with metallic fragments. And now we're poisoned. And if you drink from here, there you go. Well, I have a button that lets me restart, load, and now I'm not poisoned. So, I'll be doing that for pickpocketing here and there. Alright, we're not going to go down the well yet. But anyway, here's the Dancing Ponies Inn. This is where you can pick up party members. Everyone has something different, and they're all hybrids, as mentioned, of other classes. We have some very basic classes we can get right now. This guy right here.
I am a neutralist. I have dedicated my life to the balance of the fragile thing we call life. I am a druid, and my name is Aladdin. If you like, we can work together in this endeavor. Would you care to take me along? Ah, sire, well met, well met. Let's be off.
He's free. So you may as well get him. And Aladdin gives the party a +3 bonus to forage. While he's in the party, we have a little bit more forage than we did before. That's pretty nice, honestly. But as soon as we get rid of him, it's done. And eventually we will, but for now we just want bodies. Next free member here is here. By the way, not everyone's showing up right now, because everyone shows up in different times. But Christo.
My name is Christo, and I am a healer. I dedicate my life to roaming the world, searching for those ailing souls in need of my healing powers. You look like you could use a hand. Would you care to take me along?
Yes.
Glad to be of service.
And Christo joined the party, and now we have a healer. Healers are actually not super important to the game, but it does help. Also, now that we have people, we can put you in the back row. Can I put myself now in the back row? Yeah. I'm not super positive with rows because I'm not huge on Final Fantasy, but I believe if you're in the front row, you take the regular damage, but your physical attacks are not penalized. While if you're in the back row, I think you get penalized if you use physical attacks, but you also take a little less damage. I think that's how that works. I'm not positive, but there you go. And next up is another free member, and probably actually one of my favorites. The only problem that she has is she's a little fragile. And also she's very annoying to recruit, and I'm going to show you in a moment.
Hey, hot stuff, how you doing? My name is Julia, and I like the look of you. You look the type of guy that could use a pretty girl like me. Not only am I beautiful, but I'm an accomplished illusionist. Call me pretty and maybe I'll join you.
Yeah. In this case, you have to say you're pretty over and over. If you say you're very pretty, she thinks you're being sarcastic. If you try to persuade, you might be able to do it if you have enough persuasion, but I never had that happen because she's an early catch. You don't really need to. So this is what you do. You say you're pretty.
You tease, you're making me blush. Call me pretty and maybe I'll join you.
You have to say this over and over. So let's go ahead. There we go. You have to say it a bunch of times.
You should know how to make a gal feel beautiful. I would love to be part of your party. Let's get this party started.
She's one of those weird restricted party members, however. She will only join the party if you say she's pretty a bunch, but also only if your main character is male. If you're playing a female character, she will not join you ever. So that's a bit of a bummer, but something to keep in mind. Christo will join you as long as you stay good aligned or neutral. And Aladdin, I've never seen him leave, even if I was really low or really high. I think it's only if you're like all the way down or all the way up in your alignment. But anyway, she also gives a +9 bonus to detection, so we're going to start finding treasures around here now. This guy will only show up, will only let us talk to him for stuff once we get more money. But he's basically just a warrior, but he has 0 skills. He can only attack. Nothing. And nothing. Why don't we go ahead and hurry up? A chest. Cool. We're not going to open that until we're at least level 2, because we're more likely to get better items that way. Oh, and that guy is another thief. And we can only see him thanks to having Juliet here, who's using Alina's sprite, but whatever. Juliet here, she gives us +9 to detection, so now we can see him. Once you are able to see him, he'll be able to join you. In here, you can get a better mage, and in here, you can get a monk. That's actually pretty damn cool. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and open up stuff. We got some items here. A book. Anyway, over here.
Whoa, you scared me. That is to say, I wasn't doing anything. You must have a great detection ability because I was well hidden. Hi!
So he talks slow.
Say, you look like the type of person that could really turn a profit. The name's Jet Solo. The game's treasure hunting. You and I would make a great team. I say we join forces and make a killing in the pit. I hear there's a lot of treasure in there. Would a tough guy like you care to take a sly guy like me with you?
Not right now, but we may do that in a bit.
Ah, well, perhaps you are sturdier than you look. If you ever change your mind, come find me.
He's a bit of a mix of thief and warrior, because he gets to attack with multiple weapons. But that's about it. Anyway, Juliet here, she's an illusionist. She is going to be one of the more useful, because she has all the buffs and debuffs later on. But as you can see, her abilities are kind of... let's see. Everyone doesn't start with any gear. You have to equip them. But if you take them out of the party or they leave the party, you do get their equipment back. I only have a spare tunic right now. Who's got the lowest health? Defense. Right now, that's all in. I guess I'll keep him in. For the rogue, we're going to want people that can attack hard. So Christo's not going to last here the whole time, but Christo is all about the healing. And all in, it's a mix of support and magic damage. He's actually very useful for long dives in, but that's about it. And also good for the beginning because of his forage ability. But yeah, we'll probably pick up the thief a little later once either someone dies or I get sick of him. Oh, right. Nothing. Why don't we talk to you?
Hey, stranger. My name's Coach Holbert, and I'm the innkeeper here at the Dancing Ponies Inn. All sorts of people wander through this town, often staying for a while before continuing their travels. A few mercenaries for hire. If you're looking for someone to join your party, here's a good place to look. Well, we already did that. We had enough chit-chat. Talk to me if you need a place to sleep or need to remove a party member. Hello and welcome.
And we can stay at the inn. It always costs 25 gold. Very useful, basic stuff here. We can gossip with him. We're not going to do that. We can also remove a party and remove all summoned. I think that's for summons only, or maybe remove your entire party. I'm not exactly sure. I never had to use it, though, because usually anyone with summons can unsummon just as fine. Why don't we gossip?
Rourke was a good friend of mine. A shame what happened to his wife. They say that she took an illness and wasted away, but that can't be the whole of it. His wife's death by an illness wouldn't make Rourke go mad like that. Oh well, who am I to say? I'm just an innkeep, not a healer.
So, there you go. Why don't we go ahead and go down here? Whee! Anyway, see that item there? Thanks to our detection skills going up with Juliet, we get a new item. There's a lot of hidden items there that sometimes you find them if you're close to them. But over here, and another one. Awesome. Any others? No. This is where you turn in mini medals. We already got 2. I'm not going to do the voice for this guy because he's just generic. And we can find the prizes right here. I've never found every single one of them, but you don't really need all of them. The first prize is a boomerang. It's got a low attack, but it lets you hit all enemies. Good for high strength characters, but honestly, it's not that great. It's only good if you know the enemies you're fighting. Joker's Buckler is a nice shield. Good for mages, actually, because it has some intelligence. Skin of the Dead is a elemental armor. Helps with physical attack, reducing physical attack damage. Centaur Wine's a buffing item. Sneaky Bastard Sword, I'm not sure. Philosopher's Scone, I think, is another buffing item. And I never had the Random Acts of Kindness. Even though that's a pun. It's kind of cute, though. Random Acts of Kindness. I assume it probably gives you random statuses when you use the weapon. Anyway, let's go ahead and get out of here. Let me see. I think I talked with Oh, no, we did not. We have 2 other people left. See, this is the guy that Severus was talking about. The girl, I should say. But we're going to take her books first.
What are you doing down here? My name is Ankana, and it's a name you best be remembering. I am the best potion masters in the land. Don't let that dupe Severus fool you. But why am I even talking to you? You're such a namby-pamby goody-goody that I can't stand you. Be gone before I hex you.
Yes, if you are an evil aligned person, she'll talk to you and sell you really good stuff. Over here is just a strange liquid and nothing else of note. Right now we can't do anything because we're neutral, but if we decide to dip into evil, we'll end up losing Christo, but we'll be able to actually get stuff from her. But again, I'm not going to try to do that right now. Oh, another hidden item. Also, this is going to be the first sink that actually gives us something. Bizarre drinks the water in the basin, feels incredibly invigorated. HP increases by 25.
You are now speaking to Pablo. Pablo is the high priest of the ancient temple, and as such, it can only refer to himself in the third person. The pit, which Pablo assumes you are after, is down the hole on your left. Many blessings on you, wanderer. Tell Pablo what you desire from him.
So he lets you know what your quest you got running, helps you revive. He's also the one that can help improve your alignment and remove curses from you, because there is cursed equipment here. Discuss current quest.
Pablo will now lend you his thoughts on quests you are actively pursuing. Alas, poor Rorik. Rhea was devastated the day Rorik threw himself into the pit. His wife's death proved to be too much for that fragile man's soul. That madness crept into his mind. You should be able to find his remains in the pit. Severus has lost his signpost. The man is too attached to the material world. Spending some time worshipping the goddess in the temple would soothe his soul. It also has come to Pablo's attention that Jive is looking for the sign too. Jive's motives are even more questionable. Speak to Pablo should you encounter any difficulty in your quest. Pablo has much insight. May the goddess bless you on this fine day.
So, yeah, and if you go further in, that'll lead you to the pit. But may as well get this bag. Why don't I go ahead and get... There's one more person I forgot. Oh, another item. Here's the graveyard and a crazy person as well.
La 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 la, I'm Kingsley. Who are you? Ah, I see you. I see who you are.
Okay. Gossip.
Oh, my lost lovely Elenia. Why, how I miss you so much.
Yeah, he says something random every time.
People say I'm crazy, but I say you're crazy. What are we talking about again?
Yeah, he is nuts. But there are sometimes hidden items here, but I guess not right now. I think that's everything now. But there's one more thing. Why don't we check out outside? So this is the overworld. There are no random battles, and there's only like very limited world map here. If you try going down here, you're never going to get past here, at least to my knowledge. It's just a little low... Oops. Sorry. I kept hitting buttons while hitting fast forward. If you try to go... You can't get past thanks to this. And over here, can I decipher? The Great Blockade protects our country from outside invaders. Yeah. That there is... You're never going to get past it. I was trying to see if there's something I could do, but sadly not. Over here, there's some enemies there, and if you talk to them, they will kill you at this point, because they are way too high damaging. They have double attack, it's ridiculous. But eventually you can unlock there and see more of the map. But that's everything here. And how are we doing on time? Okay, yeah, let's demo some battles first before we end the video. I wasn't expecting to go this long with the story, but... Well, that's what happened. If anything else pops up, I'll show it out. Anyway, this is the first level of the pit. You want to check behind the ear, but it doesn't look like there's anything. We start with some basic stuff. Anybody could pickpocket these guys too, but why don't we pickpocket? We get a bag, and then we attack. Monsters appeared, surprise the enemy. Alright, since we surprised them, we can also, yet again, steal from them. Couldn't steal. Alright, that's a shame. Alanin has gem missile. It says no item, but it actually does still have an item. Why don't we just go ahead and attack it and kill it? Christo only can heal. We're going to attack. As for Juliet, she could stun enemies, but she's just going to attack too. And we got some stuff. And here, if our forage is good enough, we can forage. Hooray! Another one, pickpocket. And let's fight. Alright, some basic stuff here. If the next fights go like this, I'm going to start skipping anything that's repeats, though. But let's just demo a little more. Nothing stolen. And we can just attack and not really worry about it. So we can make things go fast for now. These fights do get worse eventually. Let me see what this is like. Pickpocket and fight. Yep, another basic one. I'll meet back to you after the fight's over. Alright, after that fight, we actually gained a level. Courage and wit have served thee well. Thou has been promoted to the next level. HP, MP... This is just for Pissarro, though. And it tells you how to access your skills. Also, your stamina gets reset because of that. So now we can unlock more stuff. But what will we want to do? Stealing gold is pretty helpful, but it's not super needed right now. Item specialization eventually, but not yet. I'm thinking like disarm specialization is probably what we'll save up for us for now. So let's not worry about it right now. And as for our skills here, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do them all and then I'll let you know so you don't have to see me hem and haw about this. Alright, and now you can see the differences of where I put things in. I mostly just kind of dabbled around, but I decided to go further into lockpick because that way we can unlock some doors back in town once we return. And pickpocket especially as well, because I want to be able to grab stuff from the what do you call it, the village people and all that, as well as forage and whatnot. But anyway, there you go. Let's see, anything hidden around here? I'm checking behind here because I can never remember. Alright, but we have a set of rooms we can go ahead and explore. So why don't we check out this right room? Nothing in the water. Got an ancient chest. We did level up to 2. I might want to look over our items in a moment. Alright, nothing here. Actually, yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that so we get some items, because that was our beginner room. And also, starting to the right is actually a bad idea. Over here is a little bit easier. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take care of the slimes off screen, and then I'll show you the fight with the Draki in the back. So I'll be right back. Okay, so one of the slime fights had multiple slimes, and you know, that's slightly different enough. So I figured I'd show it a little bit here. May as well just get through these. We can stun them so they don't actually attack us. Perfect. And Gem Missile will take care of whoever. I am going to fast forward to make this a little bit easier on us. Why don't we steal from you? Thank you. This is basically what I do, though, by the way. Why don't you attack the first one? Very good. She could stun them again, but we're going to go ahead and have her start attacking. There you go, and there. Alright, I'll take care of the other ones now. Now that you've seen this setup of monsters. Okay, I got out of battle, but I ran out of stamina, so I had to run away. Why don't we go ahead and try pickpocketing this Draki, and let's start the fight. Alright, we surprised the enemy, very good. Please steal. No luck. Alright, everyone can just attack. You only have stun, so you just attack, and Gem Missile will kill. There you go. Alright, that's it for there. But anyway, I'm just going to pick up these chests, because we actually have some forage levels. And what's in here? We get a book! Awesome. But yeah, I'm going to use fast forward, because you don't need to see me walking slow. It's not that dramatic. Alright, how about here? Can we lockpick? We can! I think there's an enemy in here? No, there's not. Oh, but there is anytime there's a body of water, check around. Because there's almost always a hidden chest. Not always, but almost always. Anything good here? How about behind it? Okay. You can also search the ground, but honestly, there's only very few items that are actually on the ground. Alright, here, because our detection's up, we can actually detect a trap. If our detection wasn't up as high as it is right now, then we would be just getting hit by it. Let's disarm. We got it. Nothing right there, right? I want to check, just in case. Anyway, over here we got a heal slime, and thanks to our detection being high up, we can also get through this wall. You can't bash it, you have to have detection. So why don't we try and steal from him? Nice. And let's fight. For the heal slime, which is not too big a deal. We surprised the enemy, though. Nice. I'm going to steal from the healer. By the way, all the items are random, like loot box type things, so it really doesn't matter too much. Each one has a designated function, I think, but it's not really worth learning too much. Good gem potion. Keep trying to steal. They always have an item, by the way. Even if it says no item, it's a little bit of a bugged menu. Oh, right. We won. And those guys leveled up. Crystal learned something. Juliet learned Turn Undead. I don't remember what skill that's from. Maybe from Warlock. And it essentially turns you into a zombie so that physical damage does less damage to you or something. It's like an elemental thing. Sap, very useful. All added. Leveled up, but gained nothing. Alright. Over here, detected a trap. We got to disarm it. Good. And we lockpicked. And we got an ornate chest. I think ornate chests have, like, relics in them. They're basically your accessories. Oh, I forgot to... I was going to go ahead... No, wrong one. Yeah, we're going to open all these. Yeah, look, this is a normal thing, by the way. Eventually I'll say, like, hey, I'm going to open all these off-screen and just show you the stuff. But thanks to stealing, we're going to get a lot here. Like, seriously. And we can go over our equipment this way. In the future, I will not be showing all this off. Like I said, I'll show you what the upgrades after I apply them. But I figure for this first episode, we may as well show off things. So a staff is a two-handed weapon, and honestly, as you can see, not great. Because of our level, we can see damaged items, which is lesser of the base items. So like clubs is the base item. We could also get damaged club, which would be less damage, but still sometimes useful. Curse Spear, obviously we're not going to use, and only 50% chance to hit, no thank you. Shield, nothing. Light Plate is our best right now, though we can get Scale Mail of Attack to increase our attack. I'm mostly stealing, though, so I'm not really worried about our Pisaro's attack up. No helmet, and our Relic here. Poison immunity will be useful soon. Full stat is good for statuses, against statuses, and evasion, for now, is probably going to be the most useful. Eventually, though, we'll be switching around and stuff. For Christo, I'm not going to give him anything yet. I want to see what our limited items are here. Okay. Christo is either going to be attacking or healing, so I will give him... The club actually does better for him. Why don't we give you... I guess the damage staff will do. She can't wear a shield then, because it's two-handed, though. And why don't you... We'll give you the wand, I guess, because I'm not going to be a cursed item. No one has a shield right now. Armor... Damage tunic? No, thank you. You're not attacking physically, so I'm not going to give you anything. We're going to go ahead and give you the Scale Mail of Attack, because we want your defense higher so you can heal. And then you can have the Tunic of Attack. And we're pretty set then. Everyone has something. Helmets, none. And Relics. I'll give you Avoision, I guess. Juliet can have Immunity to Poison, and you can have the full stat, I guess. And there you go. Again, I will do these off-screen in the future, but I wanted to show off my processes and all that. Alright, I'm going to take care of the Drakis unless there's some sort of new formation or monster in there. But I'll show off fighting that flying imp creature over in the upper right there. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're ready to fight this impish looking thing. We pickpocketed, and now we're going to attack. Monsters have appeared. We even surprised them. This one's a little bit trickier if he actually gets an attack in. He could actually probably kill Juliet. Let me see. We have some new items that we found in the things, by the way. Every now and then we'll get like Caltrops, big ass potion. May as well just attack though right now. Okay. I'm gonna have her use sap, I guess, for now. And unfortunately, Alanon's out of MP, so we're going to have him just attack. His attack's a little less because he's in the back rail, though. Okay. It doesn't have anything? Oh, I did steal from him. Okay. I could have just attacked there, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, nice and simple. We didn't get the chance to see what he does because we got through him. Anyway, around here, we get some items. I didn't rifle through these off-screen because I'd rather show off what has what. There you go. And we already went that way. All set. We're still doing okay on time. So we went left over there, and then we went right. What's over here? Oh, another heal slime. All right. I'm going to just take care of this off-screen, though, and I'll meet you past him. And after that fight, I leveled up to level 3. Good stuff there. Awesome. What I'm going to do is show off this. And I'll be right back after I applied everything, just like last time. That way you guys can see the changes immediately. So, be right back. And here are the changes, guys. As you can see, I also put one into Decipher as well. But otherwise, this is the best I could do at this time. I'm going to also go ahead and take a look at my other skills, and I'll show you what I change. I show you what I changed, if anything, and I'll be right back. Alright, after thinking for a bit, I decided to go with what I was doing before and go with the disarmed traps thing. That way it's less stuff I have to put into my out-of-battle skills. I was debating on maybe doing more money or getting the lullaby, because lullaby is actually surprisingly pretty damn useful. But maybe next time. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of there. And let's explore more here. Let's see. I'm going to save, because I haven't in a while. Detected a trap. We can disarm it. We're good. Sometimes those skulls are trying to help you find traps that you might not notice. And so, which it could have led to a mimic, but nah, just a chest. Couple chests here. Yeah. Alright, we went this way. We have a right over here. I'll take care of the Draki off screen unless something special with it, and I'll be right back. Alright, we took care of that, and now we have over here some more items and such. We have to disarm it. Very good. We can lockpick. There's another enemy over there. This is, I think, a way to make a shortcut or something. I don't know. But anyway, we have a treasure. I'm assuming that thing's going to be the same as usual. But we could also just sneak by it, too. That's the other benefit of hide. This requires deciphering. We got through. And we get some books. Whoops. Another book. And another book. I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing behind here. Alright. I'm going to fight this guy. Unless he has something special on him, though, I'm not going to show it. So, be right back again. Actually, I decided to show it because we didn't really get a good observation of it last time. So, we may as well show it. But again, I'll be fast-forwarding a lot here. Let's see. Why don't we sap it? And that way you can just attack. Ooh, I missed. Okay, he didn't get a chance to show off. Sorry. I was hoping maybe he would. Anyway, let's get out of here. We have one more room to show off before the big boss fight. So why don't we go ahead and disarm. Lockpick. Got an ancient chest. And there we go. That's everything here. All we got left now is whatever's down here. Oh, there's a small metal. How's our health? Doing okay. That just leads back. Over there is some monsters. We got a trap again, but we would need to unlock something, so that'll unblock a way that's above us. We could even skip below there, too, if we wanted to, but probably not going to. However, I think I'll save that fight for next time, mostly because I need to run back and heal anyway. So I will meet you guys here in the next episode next episode, I'll meet you here, and we will pick it up where I'm fully healed and ready to fight all these monsters. See you then!